Hello and welcome to the Boxing Day edition on JoyNews Today. I am Emmanuel Akosia Adeti. The bulletin is live from our studios here in Kokomlemle. We're also live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 125 in our top stories today. The festive season brings joy, but overindulgence can lead to health risks like diabetes and hypertension. Experts are urging celebrants to be mindful of what and how they eat this season.
Right now, when people pour these sugar drinks into cups like this, then you see them saying that, oh, because I want to control my sugar level, especially diabetics, I want to dilute the sugar drink with water. Now, I'm going to explain something here. Now, if I put 2 cubes of sugar in this and I add water, it's still the same 2 cubes.
We'll also share the story of 2 volunteers using their personal experiences to raise awareness about non-communicable diseases during this Yuletide season.
Volunteering just because I was called on, or just because I have the qualities, or just because I can influence the kids, but it's also because of something personal that happened in my life.
Also, Coalition of Domestic Election Observers, CODEO, calls for rerun of parliamentary elections for Dome-Kwabenya and Ablekuma North to deal with all outstanding issues delaying declaration of the results.
The EC gets to a point where they might not be able to get anything and the 2 parties are also not agreeing, then probably there have to be a rerun for these constituencies.
Yep, and that's the Joy Family Party in the park at the Bree Botanical Gardens. We'll bring you what's happening there live. We've got these plus details, business, sports and showbiz in this 60 minutes package. Please stay. Now, 2 passionate volunteers, Benadra Braid Davids and David Cronting, are using their deeply personal family stories to raise awareness about the dangers of non-communicable diseases. Through a 1-year pilot project by Hope for Future Generations, they are being sensitizing students at St. Dominic RC Basic School, empowering them with knowledge about healthy lifestyles, especially when we celebrate the Yuletide season. Emmanuel has more in this following report.
2 volunteers, driven by their own painful past, have come together with one goal: to prevent the next generation from suffering the same fate they did. At St. Dominic RC Basic School, Benadra and David are making sure children understand the power of their choices before it's too late.
I grew up with my stepdad and mom. My stepdad was diabetic, and then my mom was also diabetic, became diabetic later. When I was in school, my mom had episodes. I had to move from Hohoi to Accra to send her to the hospital. At a point, she got a diabetic sore, and it really took a toll on me and the whole issue. In fact, it was her toe, and it was spreading like wildfire because diabetic sore don't heal easily. And so she was almost amputated, and the whole saga. So before, the whole family history is just not my mom, my stepdad, but even my biological father is diabetic.
For the past year, Benadra and David have been changing the way kids at the school think about their health through stories, activities, and hands-on learning.
Volunteering just because I was called on, or just because I have the qualities, or just because I can influence the kids, but it's also because of something personal that happened in my life. My dad passed away some years back because of NCDs. I hadn't seen him for quite a while, and one day I was just there, I received news that he had passed. It was very personal for me because he was always encouraging me to to finish school, okay, to do very well. And I had completed school, and he wasn't there again. And it's also because of NCDs. He had kidney disease plus hypertension and some diabetes, you know. That's really messed up.
As Ghanaians celebrate the Yuletide season, Benadra and David know the message is more urgent than ever. With temptations around every corner, it's their hope that the children they teach will take their lessons to heart, finding balance during this time of indulgence.
All I can say is that was a very great motivating factor for me to join this project, to teach these kids the right way to go. Myself, I'm on a path to eating healthy every day. I try to go to the gym, and I just hope that whatever we came to do here would impact the kids to become better people in future.
It's a lifestyle. It starts from somewhere, but they've lived their life, and then now they are battling with it, taking drugs, frequenting the hospital and all that. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my children. I don't want that for these kids. And so this opportunity is just to like create the awareness and then really talk about it, because if you say it like that, then it's more like, oh, it's scientific, oh, it's statistics. But then when you tell them a personal story and then they know how serious it is, I believe it will influence change amongst them.
For Benadra and David, this isn't just about the lessons they've taught today. It's about the future they are shaping in. One child at a time, they are planting seeds of health, awareness, and hope. Because today's choices build tomorrow's legacies. Emmanuel, JoyNews, Accra.
Now, the Yuletide season is a time of joy, togetherness, and indulgence, but it also comes with hidden risk. Overindulgence during this period has been linked to non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. Ditian KN is urging Ghanaians to be mindful of portion sizes and to include more vegetables in their meals. He also emphasized that diluting carbonated drinks to reduce their sugar content does little to lessen their impact on the body.
Comes to Ghanaian food, most of the time we tell people to take half of the plate should have lots of vegetables. So vegetables could be the normal vegetables, could also be the soups and the stews. The other 1/4 portion could also be your starches like the rice, the yam, the fufu, the face the wall and all that. You see, I'm mentioning most of our Ghanaian food. That means we are not telling people to stop eating our Ghanaian food. Our Ghanaian foods are there. So just on the screen you can see right now, half of the plate is just full of vegetables. The 1/4 side is the jollof rice and the other side is the chicken.
Right.
Eating like this can also reduce your risk for NCDs like diabetes, hypertension, and other problems. Because what happens is that you're not taking so much starches that will spike your sugar levels up. You're taking healthy chicken, so that the chicken is grilled, it's not fried. So you having a lot of oil in your body, but it's also being controlled as a result of taking the grilled chicken, and having a lot of vegetables is also good. Fruits can spike at a faster rate.
Really?
Yes, as compared
all
to...
types of fruits? Or
yes, because they contain sugars, they contain fructose. But when it comes to vegetables, they do not have much like that as compared to, they can't control, they can't spike your sugar as compared to fruits. So example, like a normal smoothie, we can decide to, let's say, blend cucumber and carrot, and I can add apple to it.
Hey.
Yes, and it's a very nice one. And it's also very good for the skin. So this is a time that you see that mothers are giving most of the sugar drinks to kids. And right now, in some countries, we are having fatty liver among kids, which is not supposed to be so, yes. And when you consume some of these things, it can increase your risk for having diabetes, increase your risk. That means they contribute to your risk of developing these NCDs we mentioned earlier. Now, when it comes to the sugar content in these products, you can look at this. So this is an energy drink, and this is what a lot of people are drinking. Now, when you take the amount of sugars in this energy drink, it ranges from 12 to 20 cubes of sugar. But ideally, I can't take these 20 cubes of sugar and put it in a cup and drink it. It's not possible. You know, in Ghana right now, when people pour these sugar drinks into cups like this, then you see them saying that, oh, because I want to control my sugar level, especially diabetics, I want to dilute the sugar drink with water. Now, I'm going to explain something here. Now, if I put 2 cubes of sugar in this and I add water, it's still the same 2 cubes. So if you have the same sugar drinks and you even pour water into it, the amount of sugar inside still remains the same thing.
Now, Christmas presents opportunities for friends and relatives to share meals and renew bonds. Many individuals miss out on such opportunities due to financial constraints. Saratu Nuhu, an octogenarian, is spending the Christmas holidays on the streets in search of a meal for the festive occasion. Her 3 surviving children, who remain her hope, struggle to survive. Nanaya Ojima caught up with her and other vulnerable women at a charity event in Kumasi and has filed this report.
Saratu Nuhu, in search of a benevolent individual to support her feeding, has found herself on the streets of Kumasi. A call for 1,000 vulnerable people to gather for foodstuff support from Kofi Foundation made her rush to the venue. Unfortunately, she couldn't make the 1,000 people target, but she has made a decision to stay in hope of an excess. She says, "I came to the street to see if I could get something for myself. During Christmas, many are benevolent, so I came to try my luck and heard about this donation. People have been benevolent to me throughout the year, and that is how I have survived." The elderly have often relied on their wards for their upkeep after retirement. Unfortunately for Saratu, she has lost 8 of her 11 children, and the 3 surviving ones could barely make ends meet. The 3 surviving ones have no work to do, and that is why I am a pauper. My 3 children could have taken care of me if they had. After all, how much do I need to survive? Though persons like Saratu qualify for the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty program, she is not captured for the support. The cash transfer program for the poorest in the country is yet to reach all persons who fall in the category for financial and other reasons. In making up for the shortfall, the Kofi Foundation provided foodstuff and cash support to over 1,000 aged widows and persons with disabilities. Esther Oche-Jebi speaks for the foundation.
So initially it was 500, but we got a call that 200 people came and we had already gotten 500. They had to go back. So we were touched by that. Then we decided that, okay, then let's add another 500 to make 1,000. But when we came, it's even more than 1,000. We are having like 200 now. 2,000, sorry.
For Joy News, Nanaya Ojima, Kumasi.
Traders at the Techiman Central Market are recording a surge in Christmas sales this year. My colleague Anna Sabit visited the largest food crop market in the sub-region on Christmas Day to gauge the market situation. Traders shared mixed views, with majority seeing increased sales compared to the same period last year.
Well, Christmas is here again, and here at the Techiman Central Market, the market is buzzing with trading activities, with both buyers and sellers taking advantage of the final minutes of the marketing season to either buy or sell, depending on why they are here in their numbers. We are catching a glimpse of some of these activities, and we are speaking with some of these traders. Some are excited, especially the sellers, at the response from traders. They say trading activities this year is booming compared to same period last year.
Bronya we dey ayasron kopa mahunsi sanye bebre edwane ekoso pa ekoso ese niema amaji nyina ka kre bi dey aka asa we dey yepa because last year samre bi ana metewa menton hwe anese maton ne amankasa.
Last year do na yen election year dey bet na market no ye slow kakra. But I fear to buy you will be able to fit in the house market no e bu pa motor dey so come pa. It I feel market dey bring dey deeper.
Afi ebronya janye koye pa o Techiman hase. Afi we yakofa bronya nyema e contentem. Saturday ko kuma se ko fa nyema ndra so ye koye enso still asan. Tinyame adoma china so ye besan yakọ.
Whilst others are of the view that the trading is going on as expected, there are quite a number of traders here or sellers who are not happy because they say the number of buyers this year are low because of the high cost of the products in the market.
If we say to about you, I did to air cost by just and never born I because somebody kind to go and some I baby brilliance that's $1 in the washroom. Omutogu and still na never boy but Gakranga Komoto.
In fact, last year the next is here because last year I said the next normal. Not a dose with better super because last year I said the no money city and this are so here papa we are last year near 23 cities. This year as on 12 cities. It's not difference about normally there no boy I think
And dear, so compare a few last year, dear. I can say last year, yes, a few because I feel no money wired. And see, Omobana Bobo and I know my sign. Yes, I can depend on mobile crew by no money boarding tea on Bobo and I know my sign.
Some of these buyers are excited with, why they are here in the market in the first place. They say almost every item they are looking for is here. However, their concern has to do with the hike in the prices of these goods. They wish authorities could institute some measures to ensure that prices of goods stabilize across the market in the coming days.
And came to media and come one sitting your man, so now one shamra say, store will be quite the same price. By Obeko no a higher say, Obeko says in a state in committee ma in a yet by Kwa. Kayoko Kumasa for your man, I say by betting at the Swama will be able to.
We also gauge the situation at the vegetable market, and traders here share their sentiments with regards to the Christmas sales. Osman Safiat Idrisu says the market today is slow but quite better than a week ago.
Vegetables for the day, you may also but I would say vegetable, you might say 25th say there. I'm not moving no one about top, but I'm more like touching my areas. Then would remember 26 so vegetables, they very say fresh near come. By name of Kofi.
Some buyers here who have been sharing with us how the high cost of goods is affecting their budgets also share their sentiments.
Every year, as it is, things increase, and this year things has also increased. Budget has gone up, and things have gone up. So definitely, you can't get what you want. So you buy what you have.
Like I said, this year, a year passing last year, and then mama perform. Last year, and I'm this year last year.
So this is just a picture of the marketing situation here at the Ditian Central Market, which is the largest food crop market in the West African sub-region here during the Christmas festivities. Reporting for JoyNews, my name is Anas Salat.
As the Christmas season fills hearts with joy, Christians have been urged to extend love and kindness to all, regardless of faith. In this Christmas sermon, General Overseer of the House of Miracle Ministries, Samson Amwating, admonished the Church Global to show love and unity. He emphasized that Christianity is founded on love, relationship, and there can never be relationship without love. Take a listen.
There can never be a good Christmas without showing love. Love everybody, but trust only God. Again, love everybody, but trust only what? Only God. I want to understand that if you don't walk in love, you can never access your miracle or your testimony. You need to walk in genuine love. Normally, we love people that we go to church with, Christians. I'm a Christian, so let me only love Christians. So every giving, whatever we do is fake. And you hear Nimu, fake love. He's my church member, so let me help my church. He's my hometown, whatever, from the same hometown. Let me also. That is why there's no power. You come to church, you are sick, you are broke, nothing. You check those who give genuinely, those who walk in love. Whether they pray in tongues or they don't pray in tongues, God still blesses them. God still blesses Muslims. God's power flows to every mankind. God's love is to everybody. Don't be deceived. Now, there are some people, they only believe and they always show people love, especially those that they are connected to. The same religion, the same hometown, the same schoolmate. That is why we don't see God's power. God called me, said, go and show my people my righteousness, God's righteousness and God's power. And God's power can flow through any medium. Christianity itself is not a religion. Christianity is a love relationship. And there can never be a relationship without love. Have you ever seen a relationship without there's no love? No, sir. What makes it a relationship is what? Love. For God so loved that he gave his only love everybody.
The residence pastor of the Emmanuel Methodist Church, Chogu, Robert Nikwe, has urged Ghanaians to maintain the peace the country is enjoying as the nation heads for the inauguration of the new president on the 7th of January. He said Christmas is a season of peace, therefore the need for all to spread the good tidings. Reverend Robert Nikwe said this at the feast organized by the church for the less privileged to mark Christmas.
It was a festive season for the parishioners of the Emmanuel Methodist Church, Chogu, a moment of joyous singing and praises to God for bringing them this far as they journey into 2025. The day's sermon centered on peace in the country before the December 7th swearing in. The resident pastor called on Ghanaians to preach peace, to practice peace as we move into the new year.
We are preaching about peace, and we want all of us to embrace that peace that we have. As we celebrate Jesus Christ, then we also have to know that he brings peace, and therefore peace is what we are looking at. And now, up to the time of 7th of January, we are all asking all of us to preach peace to all of us. As we move from election and to inauguration, we are asking everybody to preach about peace. And peace, peace, peace is what we as a church, Methodist Church, that is what we are preaching to all our nation.
Reverend Robert Nikwe Mensah said, Christmas is a time of giving. That is why they have brought several members of their church from the private communities to share in this joyous moment.
We make sure that we pay their transportation to this place, and then we share Christmas with them. We want to bring smiles to their faces. So we have clothes also there. So after preaching the word, we share the clothes with them, and then we organize some drinks.
Food vendors, livestock sellers and eatery operators are struggling during what should be a festive Christmas season. While some customers find it hard to afford their preferred items, vendors are resorting to price cuts to meet customer expectations and stay afloat. Here is a report filed by Mamavi Safako and read to you by Ernest Okanta.
Christmas is a season of joy, and for many, the highlight of the feast is the protein on their plates. While chicken remains a popular choice, some prefer mutton as their delicacy. At the Avena livestock market, crowds gathered, but only a few admitted they could afford the steep prices. Some goat sellers have been forced to make the tough decision to lower prices to meet patrons' expectations.
Okay, every celebration like Christmas like this, we used to have a lot of profit, like make a little bit money. But this period is just like try and then be safe, protect yourself as first, because we are not getting anything. You understand? I decided to tell you something like this animal, this goat, 1, 2, 3. I bought them. See this one, 1, 2, 3, 2,100, 2,100. There were 4 in number. I just sold one right now, 1,009. I'm losing like 2 million out of it. You understand? So imagine how many of them are you going to like cover up to even get the losses, not to talk of profit.
As a butcher, he's usually busy at this time of the year. However, he says business is slow.
The business is going, the way you see they are working. They are just killing animals, dressing them for people to go and enjoy the Xmas. People buy outside and come. Some people also buy here. So that they slot it and dress it for them. Normally, the way you see it.
So is it a normal day or because of Christmas?
Because of the Christmas, you see many people here. Yeah.
So how does normal day look like?
The normal day is just something little small we work. But after the Christmas, people come here more.
So it's like you can tell that you have a lot of money from the organization.
Lot of money. Yeah. From who? The people. Which people? They didn't give me money. The money they are giving to me, I'm buying gas. The money all go to gas. Now the gas is expensive.
At Osu, the heartbeat of the city, it is unusually quiet and empty. Even shops that opened for the occasion are nearly empty. Gifty, a staff member of the popular eatery, Frankie's, describes the atmosphere as strange for a festive season, but remains...
Yes, for now the place is not too busy, but by, let me say, around 5 getting to 6 going in the night, the place will start getting boogie and fun. Yes. Okay, thank you too for coming.
Hopeful that business will pick up later.
It's a bit dull for me, but we are hopeful that by Sunday it may be more merry than today. But personally, it's the gift of life that matters most to me, and so we may not jubilate like we ought to, but we are happy that there's peace and there's life. Thank you too.
Labadi Beach was almost empty at the time we visited.
Now that story by Mama Visa Fako and Enes Ukanta, rather read to you by Mamiesi Nyameche. Now moving on, the Member of Parliament elect for South Tone, Maxwell Luto, has registered his strongest commitments to resolving boundary issues between his constituency and the Ada East constituency. Residents of the area in Agave, Dodokope, and Pochono have been raising concerns over attempts by Ada districts to intrude into their jurisdiction. But reacting to this long-standing issue on a yet-to-be-aired interview, the MP said he will take steps to address the issue.
That established the district assemblies.
Okay.
Those areas are within South Town and for that matter, Volta region.
Okay.
But according to the geographical map that was drawn, that was all placed as under Ada East. And so that is what we need to fight. And I don't think that this will be too much of an issue. I know that inter-regional boundary issues with Greater Accra, Eastern Central, and then Volta Greater Accra. Yes, so that's what I intend to fight and ensure that we bring that issue to a quick resolution. Right. So for me, I have a general perspective about the constituency. And because I stay and work in the constituency now, my survey office is there, my construction company is there, my hotel, and then my salt mine is in Adan East. So I have a very good understanding of the geography of the constituency. So I can mention from community to community.
The Coalition of Domestic Election Observers, CODEO, has called for a rerun of the parliamentary elections for Dome-Kwabenya and Ablekuma North constituencies. The results of the two constituencies are still on hold, almost 20 days after elections on December 7, as the EC annulled the initial declaration insisting pink sheets from all polling stations must be collated. The Electoral Commission, at an emergency IPAC meeting last night, reached out to the political parties to assist with pink sheets of the 3 outstanding polling stations for Dome-Kwabenya and 37 outstanding for Ablekuma. First, listen to Director of Elections for the NPP and Deputy Director of Elections for the NDC, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer's reaction to the EC's request.
In the same way as Ablekuma North, the EC mentioned to us that there are 37 polling stations that they are not able to trace the pin sheet. The same way as was Dome-Kwabenya was attacked, the collision center at Ablekuma North was also attacked. And so the EC has asked parties to furnish them with the data we have by Friday, so we still interrogate. So that's what has happened today.
Do you have the 37 of Ablekuma North and the 3 of Dome-Kwabenya to help the EC with?
And clearly, I mean, we have it. That's why you saw me running around.
You have the 3 outstanding polling stations.
Okay. We produce the pink sheets. Initially, we send the scan copies. They wanted to have the original ones. That is the carbon copy given.
The duplicate you had from them.
So we brought it and showed to them. But they were still having difficulty with one because the way it was entered on the presidential pink sheet instead of the parliamentary. So they used a spaceman one to do that. That is why they are having challenge. So we deferred that one to Friday. A decision will be taken.
What decision do you expect the EC to take on that?
Well,
on Friday?
If we cannot all get the originals, that is the carbon copies, hard copies, your guess is as we have to go for a rerun. It's a simple and short matter. That is how.
Now, speaking on Midday News, the National Coordinator of the Coalition of Domestic Election Observers, CODEO, Kofi, says the EC must consider rerunning the elections in the 2 constituencies.
It's really a difficult situation for the EC, very difficult and very dicey. In the case of the other one, which is the Dome-Kwabenya, I think they have a similar problem as well. I did a small research by contacting my people, if they could also, be able to produce something by way of record. And unfortunately, the lady who was sent there had to run away because of the problem that, existed there. So what might happen is that if the EC gets to a point where they might not be able to get anything and the 2 parties are also not agreeing, then probably there has to be a rerun for these constituencies.
Meanwhile, the High Court has scheduled December 27th to hear the National Democratic Congress lawsuit seeking to block the Electoral Commission from recollating and redeclaring parliamentary results for 9 contentious constituencies. We'll go for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take you live to the Bree Botanical Gardens, where the party in the park is happening. Stay with us.
We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Inflation is expected to end 2025 within the range of 10 to 12%. That's according to Data Bank research. Now, this will potentially prompt the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to adopt a cautious approach to policy easing. There's more in this Business Desk report.
Professional services firm Deloitte had already predicted an average inflation of 11.9% for 2025. Data Bank research said it expects Ghana's monetary landscape to stabilize. This will potentially prompt the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to adopt a cautious approach to policy easing. With improving economic indicators and international support, it also expects inflation to decline steadily towards the World Bank's projection of 11.5%. It believes that improving business confidence and moderating broad money amid contractionary monetary policies will help stabilize prices as demand and supply balance. As the global shift towards green energy progresses, Data Bank research also expects decreases in demand, particularly from China, to drive down international oil prices, further suppressing costs for domestic essentials and potentially sustaining a stable monetary environment.
Now, the government's efforts to revive the cocoa subsector will likely support modest growth in the agric sector. According to Data Bank research, it foresees steady improvement in the cocoa subsector's performance in 2025, although it will remain below historical averages. Here's more.
Expected to support growth in the agricultural sector in the near term as the government enhances efforts to incentivize cocoa farmers through stimulus packages such as free tertiary education for their children and increases in the farm gate price of cocoa. It believes these initiatives will help reduce cocoa smuggling in the face of competitive prices from Cote d'Ivoire and Togo. Nevertheless, despite the government's commitment to addressing climate-related challenges, particularly the dry spells in the north, constrained financing and shifting power dynamics, may delay crucial interventions. This will result in sluggish growth in the agricultural sector, averaging around 3.1% for 2025.
All right, and that's it for business. Thanks for watching, everyone. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business.
Time now to bring you sports here on JoyNews Today with me, Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. Ghana Premier League March Day 15 will be happening later today when Legon City comes up against Ediana Stars, whilst Kumasi Asante Kotoko will also come up against Dreams FC. That will be happening on Friday. Let's take a look at the fixtures of the Ghana Premier League matches. So we'll have Kumasi Asante Kotoko come up against the Biana Gold Stars, brother. That one is going to be on Friday. And Accra Lions will play Heart of Oak. That game is going to be on Sunday. Kerala United will play Vision FC. Brekum Chelsea will play Dreams FC. Samatex will play Nations FC. Shortruman will play against Midiama FC. But there are Boxing Day matches that will also be happening later today, as I mentioned. Legon Cities, they will host Ediana Stars. And Young Apostles, too, will also be in action against league leaders Heart of Lions. So these are the fixtures in the Ghana Premier League for March Day 15. For now, we do have more sports stories on myjoyonline.com. In the game involving Manchester City and Everton, Bernardo Silva has given Pep Guardiola's men the lead in this contest. In the last 12 games, they've lost one, they've drawn one, won one, and lost 10 matches. So hopefully this could be a game they will be hoping to win and get themselves back to winning ways. Thank you very much for your time.
At the ongoing Joy Family Party in the park have described the event as relaxing after a long year. The Ebri Botanical Gardens has been transformed into a perfect bonding atmosphere for the families to enjoy this Boxing Day. Host of the Overdrive on Joy FM, Kofi Hayford, will join us a bit later. But let's take you back earlier in the day to take a look at what happened. on phone to just paint a picture of how the place is looking. You're already seeing it on your screen, but at least he can give us a vivid look of how the place looks now. Kofi, tell me what's happening now.
Okay, so we're still here at the Midday Botanical Gardens, and as you can see behind me, lots and lots of families are right here, and we're having a lot of fun. I'm going to have to speak to some of the families so they tell us exactly what they think about today's event. But right now, if you can hear also our Kofi's voice in the background, we have already started with the registration for the cooking competition, and it's already on. We're having about 5 or 6 different batches who are going to, be involved in the cooking competition. So come through with me, and let me speak to just about 3 families and find out how they are feeling today at the Midday Botanical Gardens. Hello, we are ready for you. Can you please turn around? Okay. They are not ready for us, but we have another family that's ready. The Daniel Garcia family is one of the families that have been ardent listeners of Joy FM for a very, very long time. Mr. Akofo Garcia, how are you doing? I'm very fine. Okay. You told me, you promised that you were going to be here today. And so I'm not...
Well, you haven't missed a thing yet. We definitely will bring you visuals and a lot more that's happening at the Midday Botanical Gardens in our subsequent bulletins. But you can still drop by our front decks and purchase a ticket. It's not too late. Kwampa, Komedo, and Kwabena will be there a bit later to throw you. You can also go on our social media handles and then purchase a ticket via the short code that has been provided. Many thanks for joining us today on Joy News Today. I am Emefa Akosia Adeti. For more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com as the NDC Greater Accra chairman dismisses unauthorized appointment nomination request. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your holiday.